Hey guys, it's Brian with the Section 17 podcast, and we are happy to bring you another behind the scenes episode with the Duke football program. Now, if you haven't already, be sure to go back and watch our behind the scenes episode with David Feely as we talk all things strength and conditioning, as well as Wes Pickle, equipment overseer, I guess you could say, the czar of the equipment staff. But today we've got another great episode for you. We are going to be touring the newly renovated locker room for the football program. As you can see, I'm right at the base where the tunnel leads up to the locker room. Let's go up, let's have some fun. We've got some guests joining us to give us a tour. All right, guys, I thought I was only gonna have one Pickett, but I've got two Picketts. I got the Pickett brothers here. Both Justin and Joshua Pickett are gonna be helping me go through the new locker room tour. Now, fellas, you've been here long enough. You've been through the old locker room and now the new locker room. Let's just be honest. Did you guys think that this was going to happen while you were here at Duke?
No doubt. Like, I had no idea that it was gonna happen. Like, it was kind of like I was thinking like I'm gonna leave and there's like gonna be all of a sudden like
an email or something,
locker room, or like an email, or I get a text from a teammate saying like, hey bro, they just texted us like we're about to get a new locker room. I'm like, no way. So just to be here like and to experience it is like crazy, because like I never thought in a million years when I was here that it was gonna be a thing for me. So I'm honestly grateful for it. So
Justin, what about you, Justin? Before you start, we're down a mic, folks, so you're going to see a lot of passing of the microphone, so that's on us. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but no, I agree with Josh. It's been a crazy experience. One of those things where like it doesn't happen often in a program, and like when it does, it's like a special thing. So like for us to like go through that moment where like we maybe didn't have the facilities Duke wanted or we wanted or that we wanted to experience, but like when we got this opportunity to like see it, we were super excited. But like I would definitely say no, I didn't think it was gonna happen.
Well, it's funny because we talked with Wes earlier in the year, Wes Pickle, and he even said from the time he's been here, he had heard, oh, new locker room renovation's coming, it's coming, and he never thought it would come. What were your guys' initial reaction when you actually heard, guys, this is actually happening, we are doing this?
Just grateful that we were gonna get to experience that opportunity. Like, just super grateful. It's a special thing, like I said. So,
what about you, Joshua? What was your initial thought when you heard this is actually happening before you are leaving?
Yeah, I just thought it wasn't real. I was like, maybe this is like something that they're preparing for like next year to happen or something like that. It was like same thing with like the little Devil's deck. I was like, there's no way this is like actually happening and stuff like that. So just grateful, honestly, like really grateful to be here and to experience that, and just grateful for the guys who like really push for this to happen and like kind of grew the program for this to happen. Allowed us and the work we've put in like in general for this to happen. So just grateful for that.
And one thing that people don't realize is while the renovation was going on, these guys are actually in the visitors' locker room, way on back, past behind the practice field, the one that Dabo complained about. You know, that was a long walk after the Clemson game. Walk us through. I know it's a visitor's locker room. You got bare amenities in there. How much more appreciation did you have for the upgrades after spending basically spring and summer in the visitors' locker room?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the mornings in the summer, like when we had to come up here and we were doing like starting up here in the speed and agility room, like definitely grateful for the locker room here now for sure, because that walk was definitely like you kind of had to like allocate your time in the morning to get here and like get your clothes on and then like get up here and stuff. So just grateful for that in general. And then when we come into the weight room to lift, it's like we got to walk all the way back down to that locker room, and it's like sheesh, like. And sometimes the parking down there wasn't the best either, because I mean, you only have limited spaces with that parking lot down there. So just like, yeah, it definitely makes you appreciate like what you have and like what you get to experience and stuff like that. So yeah.
What about you, Justin?
So for the big guys, I know our biggest appreciation was definitely the air conditioning. Oh my gosh, 110 dudes in that small locker room, hot in the summer. So we were super excited to get up here for the first time and feel the locker room's air conditioning. And then even in the winter, in the morning, it's 5 a.m., you're getting in there, it's freezing cold, so the heating system as well. So we were super excited for that.
Okay, well, we can talk all day long, and I can ask you all those questions. Talking about it's one thing. I think we're ready. Tyler, are you ready? I think we're ready. Let's go take a look at that new locker room. Come on, let's go see it. All right, fellas, we're walking in right now, and the first thing that I notice, you got the Hellraiser right up front. What a way to enter the locker room. Yep. And all these pictures of days past with all the helmets, the players. I mean, how did you guys have any influence on what exactly went into like what's on the walls or anything like that? Like, who made those decisions?
I would say we didn't have much decision in it, but I think like our creative team and like our coaches, they made a great job of just implementing what they thought we would like and kind of keeping it a surprise for us because they knew it was going to be like such a big reveal for us.
Yeah.
So I think that's what made it so cool. And like, I think they did a perfect job. They got it right. Like the Hellraiser logo, we all love it. You guys have seen it on our helmet multiple times already this year. So I think that's what's super special about it. So just keeping that surprise for us. So
how hard was it for you not to walk in when you were told not to walk in and look at the locker room?
I'm not gonna lie. This is not me snitching on myself, but it is kind of. I walked in a few times, like just to see like some of the lockers and like how it's set up. But it's just like amazing to see the finished product. Like just to see like different features like within the locker, but then also like the different names on the locker and to see like the places where people are from. It's just kind of like cool to see just because like before we didn't have any of this. So I honestly walking in for me, it was just like a big reveal, big surprise for me. And I was just grateful for it. So.
Did either of you get caught when you were looking?
I didn't get caught. I didn't get caught any, but I mean, I definitely did sneak in here a few times to just kind of get a sneak peek of what it was going to look like, but nothing like the finished product.
We did notice when we were talking with Wes for his episode that he was kind of playing bouncer because every time someone tried to walk in, he'd be like, hey, what are you doing? So, all right, let's walk into the main feature. I feel like we're on MTV Cribs right now. So
yeah, right here you can see we got a little too excited with the bell.
Hey, it's fine. That's
how
perfect.
it is.
Absolutely. Yeah. So kind of walk us through what it was like beforehand, because not a lot of people have the access into the locker room. I mean, and we'll get B-roll and we'll show everything, but just talk through what the locker room was like before the renovations.
Yeah. So our locker room previously was, as you can see, a lot of these lockers are lined up by position groups. So right here, you got the quarterbacks. Back there, you got the receivers, O-line all the way across this wall, D-line, corner, specialists. Previously, it was just lined up by numbers. So you're sitting by just different kinds of teammates, but now it's kind of like excited to be like with your group and kind of just appreciate like being around your guys all the time. And I think that's super special. But before, it was just like cubicle form, super spread out, guys just all over the place, It was wooden lockers, which was
a bus bench. Like I found it's funny. I found a tweet from like years ago, and it looked like bus benches with the carved iron D in there. So very generic, very bland. But
some of the locker pieces hanging off.
So the age was definitely showing.
Yeah, but it just shows like how much we appreciate this new locker room. So
well. I know this guy right here, Tyler, if you want to pan really quick. right there from Carmel, Indiana. I think you know who that is, Justin, don't you?
Yeah, that's somebody.
Yeah, somebody. Can you kind of give us an overview of the locker really quick? And because again, it's one thing to have like just an open cabinet like we were talking about with the old locker room, but just go through everything that every player gets in their locker. If you could show me.
Of course. So just starting off with something I think that's really cool about this new locker room is right here. Having your picture up here, it's like, this is my locker and I can appreciate my space. And then obviously you have your hometown, a lot of guys from different areas and different cultures in this locker room. I think that it's super important to remember where you're from. And then we got our signatures, some good, some bad around the locker room. Some guys need some practice. I probably need a little bit of practice with my signature.
Yeah, who's Lustin Panay? Sorry, I'm just messing with you.
So kind of just starting with this top cabinet. So a super important feature that we kind of found in this locker room that we wanted to have was air ventilation systems all throughout the locker.
Oh wow.
For like shoulder pads, and then you got it up here under your helmet, and then there's ventilation system through all these drawers and cabinets. So we kind of just think that's super important. But starting right here, this is for our shoulder pads. And then we got spider pads here and just like all our other pads, pant pads and stuff. And then right here we got some charger cord areas, kind of charge your phone, which is super nice feature for guys, just super accessible and easy. And then you got another like just platform or area to put things like notebooks and stuff, and or even like your own personal clothes and stuff. So, and then like moving on, you got the new cushion seats, a little bit better than wood.
Hang on, let me try this out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a lot better than a park bench.
Yeah, a lot better. So we really appreciate that. A lot of guys enjoy that. In here is kind of where like cleats and shoes go. And then we got some hooks up under here. So some guys hang their stuff in there. Guys use different spaces for different things, which is kind of unique and neat. We got some shoe boxes right there. And then here is a cool feature that we have. You kind of like can pull it out. And so they'll have our jerseys and stuff hanging in there and all our game loops and stuff, which is super neat. And then next, we got a personal lock box right here. I don't really use mine, but a lot of guys use it for a lot of things.
Please don't put your code in on so everyone can see it.
Yeah. A lot of guys use it to like store their wallets, keys, phones, stuff like that. And then this is where most of my stuff goes. So in here, you got all my clothes. Obviously, it's a lot of clothes. Been here a bit of a time, but don't want to make myself feel too old, but then you got a spot for like braces and gloves and stuff. And as you can see in that back corner, like that's some more ventilation. So
how important, and Joshua, I'll ask you this, how important is the ventilation part? Because I'll be honest, you think you coming into a locker room, you're going to get hit with that smell of just like sweat and BO and stuff like that. How important is it to have something like that?
It's super important because I remember days where we come back in here and like my pads are like soaked, like sitting on the top of my locker, and the next day they're still not fully dry, and a lot of guys having to put cleats and things like that on the little dry rack out there. But now, like, to have that ventilation in the locker, to come back in here and like to know that my stuff's gonna be dry is just like, it's huge. So, and I know for the offensive lineman it's big because I know them dudes sweat a lot. So it's really big, and it also like the locker room smells a lot cleaner too when you walk in. So that definitely was a big feature that a lot of guys were pushing for in the lockers, and we knew it was really important just to dry our pads and things like that. So
let me ask you this. You had mentioned this earlier in the video that y'all had seen the mock-ups, the drawings and stuff like that. Was it pretty much what you guys expected, or did they make changes that you weren't expecting when the reveal happened?
I would say it's like pretty much like kind of what we expected. I know I saw a few like little I guess mocks of it, but I think overall like it definitely was surprising to walk in like still because it's something new for us. But I would definitely say like it was pretty much expected. They did a few things that I kind of was like, ooh, like this is a little neat feature in the locker that I like. But they did it. Honestly, I'm still like shocked by it. I'm still amazed by it. I'm still like kind of in awe. So yeah.
Let's go tour your locker. We saw an O lineman's locker.
Yeah.
Let's go see a CB's locker. Okay.
Yeah, they got me in the back over here.
Oh, they no one puts Joshua in a corner, except maybe the locker room.
Yeah.
All right. So back here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like over here, they kind of have all the DBs together, as Justin was saying. They kind of put all the position groups together.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah, shout out to Chris Woolsey. He was the one that did that.
Yeah.
We found that out when we were doing the equipment room video. So
Yeah. I know Coach Diaz did talk about like potentially moving people around just to kind of like mix up the locker room a little bit after the season's over. So I feel like Justin explained like all the features within the locker. I guess, like you said, the biggest thing is the ventilation in there. So
where's your helmet? Did you?
So I put my helmet like here.
Oh,
so,
okay. See, I already got a difference.
Yeah. So I keep it inside. I normally put my my soaps and my deodorant and my lotion kind of down there, just because it's kind of easily accessible. Pull it out, stuff like that. Like Justin said, you got the shoe cubbies. I typically put my shoes and my slides, my shower slides in there. Kind of got a few shoes in the back there too. As well. We go up top. I keep my cleats actually up top.
There you go.
I keep them right here. Got my pads on top and got the little spiders here. And got a few outlets on the side, which is nice. There's a few outlets also like in here as well.
Okay.
So you can, when you go to the back of that, like there's a few outlets, and the cord actually will pull out through the side.
It's like they really thought through everything to make it as convenient as possible for the players.
Yeah, no, they definitely thought through a lot of stuff. So it's really nice to see that. And obviously, you got the hometown on there too. My signature definitely needs a little bit of work. It's more just like kind of cursive for me. I just kind of draw it in cursive.
But the lost art of cursive is coming back.
Yeah, it's coming back. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say it. I'm seeing some initials as signatures. Like, I mean, we got to work. I'm not gonna call out anybody on camera, but there's some signatures that need some work while they're here at Duke. Is there like a signature class or something they could go to?
Yeah. Nah, maybe some kind of like writing class at Duke or something. Maybe you could teach signatures or something.
Okay.
But then on the side, so this is like, I got a few waters in here. I always stay stacked up with the waters and stuff. Typically leave my my weight room shoes in here too as well. Put the gloves in the little compartments, and like Justin was saying, the ventilation is like everywhere within the locker. So like none of your stuff is gonna start smelling or anything. It's gonna stay smelling pretty good. So I would say it's really cool to have that inside the locker as well, in the back. And then on the bottom part, this is where I definitely, you can tell I've
signs of a senior.
Been here for a minute. Keep the soccer ball in here. Sometimes I like to kick a little bit of the soccer ball with some of my teammates in here. Stuff like that.
We don't know about any of the round ball sports on the Section 17 podcast. It's strictly football.
Yeah. I try to be a little versatile with that. So as you can see, it's kind of the bottom part of the locker, which is really nice too. A lot of storage, a lot more storage than we had in the past for sure too, which I know a lot of guys appreciate as well. So it's kind of a little tour of my locker.
So I'm gonna ask you all this, and Justin, if you want to come back in as well, and I'll be the in between right now. So we've seen recruits coming in already while we're filming this episode. What has been their response to seeing this locker room when they come on, do campus and field tours?
Yeah, I think they're excited. We have them in here after the games, their families. So looks on their faces, they're like, wow, this is a big time football program. And I think that's super important for us, is to kind of show them that. So I hope they're excited as us, and I hope they're excited to one day be in this locker room, which is super important to us as well. So
what about you?
Yeah, no, I think it shows, like, it helps to show them that, we're continuing to upgrade. And I think the biggest thing is, like, I know Dion says look good, feel good, play good. So I think for us, like, the locker room was a big renovation, and I think a lot of the recruits are coming in and seeing that and like, oh yeah, this is a big time program, and to what we're producing on the field as well. Like, they know, like, yeah, this is a big time program, and this is where I potentially want to come and do school and play football as well.
Well, it's been fun. I've enjoyed being able to tour this locker room with you guys, but I'd be remiss not to ask y'all this before we go one other place. Give us your favorite combo. Since you've been here at Duke, what is your favorite combo to wear? If they came up to you and said, Justin, you're picking this weekend's combo, what would it be?
There's only two answers. If we're at home, it's all black. And you guys saw it 2 weekends ago versus UNC. There's only one uniform to wear versus conference opponent at home. All black with the Gothic script. If we're away, it's got to be the all white with the Gothic script.
Okay, the icy whites, I like that. Joshua, what about you? It's different. It's got a different feel.
Yeah, defensively, I'm not gonna lie. All black is just the best combo, like I would say. I ain't gonna lie, from there, I don't even really have a second combo. Like, all black is the only way to go, I feel like.
What's on the helmet?
I'm going with the little, what you call it? The Hellraiser?
Hellraiser?
Yeah, on the side.
So all these Duke fans saying that black's not a school color. You just had two players on the team say that black is. So I'm just saying, just throwing that out there. So, well, we all know what happened, and we're recording this in the bye week heading into the Florida State game. We know what happened last week. Certain piece of equipment came home after 5 long years. You mind if we go see it really quick?
Yeah, let's go see it.
All right, let's go see it. Oh, man. I see something around the corner, Tyler. Do you see it? Look at this bad boy. Now, did the team, I got to ask this, did the team say what logo went on there, or was this just a coach's decision?
We actually don't know whose decision it was.
Yeah, because
just the better blue now.
Yeah, absolutely. Because after the game, we see y'all ring the bell, and we understand it had that terrible shade of blue on there, but it was in the heat of the moment, and then we were wondering, when's the color going to change? And all of a sudden, the football media team just posted immediately, like, bam, there it is right there. So
As soon as possible.
yeah, love the Hellraiser on there. I got to ask this. You mind if I give it a ring? It's been a while. All right. And Tyler, we'll see if we can get you and Colton the one too. Ready? Here we go. Oh, yeah. Music to my ears. I love it. Well, guys, look, come on back in here, Justin. We really appreciate your time. We know you got a bye week. You're going to rest up getting ready for Florida State. Anything you want to say to the fans just for the whole season? Because this is going to be viewed after we're done recording, way after the season's done. Anything you want to say to them as far as let Justin go first. Yeah, Justin's going to go first. Anything you want to look at the camera and just talk to the fans? Anything you'd like to say to them?
Yeah, just show up and show out. We always appreciate y'all's support, and it means the world to us, and we want to change being here at Duke for anything, and we love y'all fans just as much as anything. So we hope to win as many games as possible and make y'all proud at this university. So thank you.
Joshua, and you got to say something now. You can't just give him the mic and not say anything.
Yeah, we appreciate all the fan support every night. It definitely plays a big difference in the games, and just the interactions that we get to have with the fans, especially at the UNC game, was really big. Being able to experience that with the Clemson game, but then also with this game was really big and really huge. And we understand now what the fan support is like here. So keep coming out to the games. Keep just watching us work, honestly. So thank y'all.
Words couldn't have said any better. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed this locker room tour. We're hoping to have some more behind the scenes videos coming your way for the rest of the year. But guys, thank you again so much for coming on, and good luck with the Florida State game and the rest of the year.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, let's do one run through. It might be good. Oh, you're already on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Trying to get more blackmail from me. Okay.